at Indianapolis.
It's so difficult because you have one chance a year and your whole team has to do their job. You got to do your job. You got to have some luck. When all those things come together and you get it done, it's a cool feeling.
Dixon and Franchitti, they're going to go side by side at the line.
Going into the last race between myself and Dario, and the winner was going to win the championship, you know, we were pushing as hard as possible.
Dixon by a half a car length. Dario swings it wide. Dixon is out of fuel. Dario Franchitti, he'll win the race. He'll win the title.
To come down to the wire with Dario and just lose it the way we did, I think was the most frustrating part.
It was pretty dramatic. And I don't think it gets any more dramatic than that last corner, last lap after a season-long battle. It was pretty cool.
Having claimed his sport's two biggest prizes in 1 year, Dario left Andretti Green Racing to try NASCAR with a ride from his former opponent, Target Chip Ganassi Racing.
Every year I ask myself the same question, do I still want to do this? We're going into 08, I was like, well, I'm not sure. And so I thought, well, maybe I should look at something different. That was a motivation to go do NASCAR and try something completely different. I didn't realize quite how different until I showed up there.
The day will belong to Scott Dixon.
To get everything right on that day takes, you know, a lot of stuff to be working well. To be aligned with such few amount of people in the world that have ever done it. It's the height of excellency. It's everything. And from this day forth, get introduced to just about everybody that you ever meet again as an Indianapolis 500 winner is very, very special.
A year later, the tables had turned. Scott Dixon was now on top of the world, while Dario struggled in his new venture.
You know, watching the broadcast and stuff, it was kind of like we'd never been there the year before. It's like if the 07 race didn't happen. Watching the 500, watching Scott do his stuff, I definitely felt a kind of a pang of regret.
Tough race for Dario Franchitti. He's learning the hard way, that's for sure.
They call him the Iceman, but today he is red hot, and he is the winner. Scott Dixon wraps up the 2008 championship in dramatic fashion.
From the highs of 07 to the lows of the middle of 08, I learned a lot about myself. I kind of realized how much I missed driving the IndyCar. There was still a part of me wanted to go and continue in NASCAR and try and be successful. But nothing beats driving an IndyCar.
Target is a team that has pressure all the time. You know, they're definitely a team that has the target on their back. People are chasing them.
I didn't ever realize the irony of it until I actually had the target on my back. Part of being a successful team is people want to go out and beat you.
To be called a super team, you know, that's fantastic.
You always have to have an extra respect for your teammates. You want to beat them, absolutely. I want to beat Scott and he wants to beat me.
Obviously with Dario now, it's definitely a strong team. To have the two last 500 champions, two last series champions, hopefully one of us wins the big race and another championship, we'd be pretty happy.